So here's a guy who looks like nothing. A quiet countryside swordmaster running a tiny fencing school in a nowhere village. Except he's not just a swordmaster, he's the sword saint everyone thought was basically a myth. Let's meet him properly. Beryl Gardenant runs a small fencing school in the middle of nowhere. Voiced by Hiroaki Hirata, he plays this completely straight, mild-mannered, almost forgettable. Which is exactly the misdirection the whole show is built on. One day his old student walks back into his life. Allucia, Saiti, now the knight commander of the entire royal order, tracking down the teacher who trained her before she was anyone. Here's the structure that actually holds the story together. Every major supporting character in this show used to be Beryl's student. Allucia leads the knights. Su-Rei-na and Kuru-ne both made names for themselves. One teacher, one unassuming dojo, and an entire generation of the kingdom's strongest fighters came out of it. And when Beryl actually draws his sword, the choreography stops being subtle. This is the part critics keep pointing to: clean, fast, genuinely impressive fight direction. Let's talk numbers, because they tell an interesting story. My anime list has Season 1 sitting at 6.95, solidly mid-tier, not a critical darling. But the source light novel has sold 8 million copies. Produced by Passione Hayabusa Film, Season 2 premiered in summer 2026. Mid-score, massive readership, those two facts don't usually line up like that. What's structurally interesting here is the reunion itself. His students didn't outgrow him. They came back for him, which flips the usual master becomes obsolete arc completely. So where does the actual disagreement live? Not in the swordplay, everyone agrees that's strong. It's infidelity. The anime follows the light novel's pacing, and readers of the manga adaptation have noticed the story beats land differently. Great fights, debated structure, that's the honest read. Season 2 pushes the premise further, Beryl now teaching at a magic academy. A swordsman instructing mages, on paper that's a mismatch, and that's exactly the point. One more character worth slowing down on. Allucia, Saiti was Beryl's student first, Knight Commander second. Voiced by Naotoyama, she's the one who drags her old teacher out of retirement, and the emotional through line of the whole season runs through her. Su-Rei-na and Kuru-ne show up too, both accomplished in their own right. And every single one of them still snaps back into nervous student mode the second Beryl looks their way. Put the reception side by side and the split gets clearer. Bilibili audience is rated high at 8.5. Filmark sits lower, around 3.4 out of 5. Sword choreography gets consistent praise across the board. Story pacing is where the reviews actually diverge. This is the fight the show has been building toward: full speed, full clarity, the kind of sword work that got the series noticed in the first place. So, mid-tier score, 8 million copies sold, and a fanbase split right down the middle on the story choices. Beryl Gardenant is proof that a nothing special premise can still swing hard. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, and subscribe if you want more deep dives.